Charleston was a beautiful city with 2 rivers and 2 families who didn't get along. The Wright family was rich, powerful, and well-known. They owned Wright Automotive, the biggest car company in town. Their name was on schools, parks, and even the football field. The Navarro family was different. They worked hard but had less money. They owned a small garage and fixed cars for the local community. They were proud of their roots and their name. The Wrights and the Navarros didn't talk to each other. Their families had argued for years, and no one remembered why it started. They just knew, stay away from the other side. Elena Navarro had just turned 17. In her whole life, she had never spoken to anyone from the Wright family. Her father warned her.
They don't see people like us the same.
So she never tried. But that night, everything changed. Her best friend, Talia, begged her to come to a birthday party across town.
Just for fun.
Talia said.
We'll only stay for an hour. Promise.
The party was for Gavin Wright, the son of Councilman Wright. Their house wasn't a home, it looked more like a hotel. Huge glass doors, a pool glowing blue in the backyard, and cars lined up along the street like a dealership. Everyone inside wore designer clothes, took selfies, and laughed loudly. Elena wore jeans and a leather jacket. She kept close to the wall, wondering what she was doing there. And then she saw him. Caleb Wright was standing alone near the patio lights, holding a drink and sketching something in a notebook. He looked different, relaxed, a little lost, like he didn't belong either. When their eyes met, something shifted.
You don't look like you're enjoying this either,
he said, smiling. That one sentence turned into a 2-hour conversation. They talked about books, music, art, and how strange it was to grow up in a place that pretended to be perfect. He didn't ask her last name. She didn't ask his. As the night ended, Caleb looked at her and said,
I want to see you again.
Elena smiled softly.
Me too.
The next day, Elena found Caleb's profile online. Her heart sank. Caleb Wright. Elena froze. Her heart dropped into her stomach. She stared at the name like it had burned her. Her mind raced, flashing images of her father slamming the newspaper shut whenever the Wrights were mentioned. Her brother Mateo spitting the word right like it was poison. Her mother whispering,
We don't deal with people like them.
Caleb was one of them. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard. Should she close the screen? Should she pretend last night had never happened? But then she thought of the way he'd listened to her, the way he had really seen her. Her heart beat faster, equal parts fear and longing. Finally, she opened the message box and typed,
So, we've got a problem.
Their next meeting wasn't at a party. It was behind the old library in a quiet garden no one visited. They didn't talk about their families. They talked about songs that made them cry, dreams they'd never told anyone. The kind of life they both wanted to build away from hate, away from rules. It became their ritual. But one evening, as they walked near the corner of Navarro Street, someone shouted.
Elena?
She turned. Her brother, Mateo, stood there jaw tight, eyes wide with disbelief.
What are you doing?
He asked, his voice shaking.
That's Caleb Wright.
She opened her mouth, but the words didn't come fast enough. Mateo didn't wait. He walked off, furious. That night, her world collapsed. Her parents found out. Her phone was taken. She wasn't allowed out after school. She sat by her bedroom window in silence, feeling like a prisoner in her own home. But Elena wasn't done. She left letters behind a loose brick near the back gate. Caleb found them. He answered. And somehow, they kept finding each other. Because some things, some people are worth fighting for. Rumors spread like fire. At school, students whispered when Elena walked by. Some laughed behind her back. Others just stared as if she had betrayed her own blood. One morning, someone had spray painted the word traitor across the Navarro garage wall. Her father scrubbed it in silence, but Elena saw the pain in his eyes. Caleb wasn't spared either. His cousin, Gavin, posted photos online with cruel captions. He said Elena was using Caleb. He said the Navarros weren't our kind. Later that week, someone threw a rock through Caleb's car window. The glass shattered like a warning. The city began to split even more. Each side blamed the other. The Wrights stayed cold and distant. The Navarros grew tense and silent. No one remembered how it had started, but now it was war. And yet, even in all that noise, Caleb and Elena held on. They met again at their usual spot by the river, where the lights from both sides of town shimmered across the water. Elena wrapped her arms around herself and whispered,
Let's leave this place. Forget all of it.
Caleb looked at her with tired eyes.
I don't want to run forever.
She met his gaze.
Then maybe we don't run. Maybe we stay and change it.
They didn't want to keep hiding. They were tired of secrets. So they made a plan. They invited both families to a neutral place, the community center downtown. No decorations, no distractions, just a circle of plastic chairs and a cold jug of water on a folding table. Most people didn't expect anyone to show up, but they came. The Navarros sat on one side, arms crossed, unsure. The Wrights sat on the other, eyes narrowed, suspicious. Caleb and Elena stood in the middle, side by side. Elena took a deep breath and spoke first.
We didn't plan this. We didn't expect it. But we care about each other. And we're not sorry for that.
Caleb added,
We are not asking for your approval. We are asking for peace. For a chance to move forward.
The room was silent. You could hear the hum of the ceiling fan. Then Mateo stood up. Everyone turned. He looked at Caleb, then at Elena, then at both families.
I don't agree with everything,
He said.
but I still love my sister. And maybe they're not the problem. Maybe we are.
And in that quiet moment, something shifted. A year passed. The Navarro garage still stood, but now the walls were clean and there was a new sign out front. Navarro Right Youth Auto Program. Teaching the next generation together. It wasn't perfect, but it was real. The families had started something that felt impossible before, a shared future. Elena went to college to study architecture. She wanted to build places where people from different sides could meet, talk, and feel safe. Caleb moved with her. He studied photography, capturing everyday moments that most people ignored. His senior project was called Where It All Began, a photo essay about the bridge over the river where they used to meet. They still had differences. They still had fights. But they never stopped choosing each other.